Hi, my name is Sarah Jaffe. I put on the vinyl month, I put an alternate version of Vulnerable on it, and it basically, I guess the thing was, after I recorded the record, a lot of those songs were pretty old. I'd had them for a while, anywhere from 5 to 2 years. So I just felt like I wanted to learn more as just a musician in general. So I bought a drum set and a bass, and just started recording, pretty much just messing around at my house in Denton, Texas. And in that process of just learning and kind of just trying to experiment with different sounds, I recorded an alternate version of Vulnerable, and we put that on the vinyl. And I'm in the process now of finishing 5 or 6 songs for an EP that I'll release later this fall, of just different sounds and just mainly just me experimenting and trying to grow as a musician. So 6 songs that are going to be released later this year are all brand new. So I think with live shows, I'm always trying to I guess to kind of branch out on different sounds, I guess maybe for my own relief, just to hear it in a different way and play with, as many different musicians as possible. And it's really just, I guess, just about growth for me and just hearing things in a different way. And I think people like that too, or at least I hope they do. That I like that. So, yeah. I'm kind of a creature of impulse. I guess most people are, but I like to finish things, right then. And I think the beauty of recording, things at home on GarageBand, because that's what all pros use, right? Is instant gratification for me. It's pretty much just like a loop pedal, and it's so nice. I mean, it's 2 different worlds, being in the studio with someone who actually knows what they're doing, and then being at home in my bedroom and just messing up on my own and kind of basking in that. I mean, there's a real gratification in the instantaneous side of recording at home and the editing at home and just learning the basics, and which is really what I'm doing right now, is just learning as much as I can to my ability and capability. So I think with Suburban Nature, that's definitely what I wanted to do, just because I don't know, I guess with those songs in general, that it was such a delicate matter, because those songs I've had around for a while, and a lot of them I didn't even want to put out, but it was just a matter of, again, impulse, being in the studio and being like, I think 5 or 6 songs were recorded live, and when I heard it, I was like, yeah, that's great, like, if it's not broke, don't fix it, kind of a thing. And so we pretty much just kept it minimal, like you said, and I went back on some tracks and layered vocals, and Robert Gomez, who plays with me a lot, did a lot of ambient guitar mixes, but yeah, we just kept it really, really simple, and I honestly wanted that, just simplicity to this first record. It's important that I know. Yeah, I mean, that's actually something that I'm trying to work on as of late. Like, I want to broaden my live show so much. That's actually a main focus of mine right now, is to get gutsy and do things that I've never done before, to actually put down the guitar and try something else. Yeah, I just got to a point where I couldn't physically hear the acoustic anymore. I couldn't write with it anymore, and so yeah, I wanted to learn all these things, and eventually I'd love to translate that to a live show. So it's definitely important to me that I, whatever I'm recording, I can somehow, either manipulate or actually do what I'm doing on recording on stage. So for the most part, I've been writing a lot, like, on the road. I mean, I even wrote a new track a couple days ago that will probably make the cut, and I just lo-fi for sure. I mean, it is done on GarageBand, and 4 of the tracks are done in my bedroom, and so it's just like, I think mainly it's mainly just to, I guess, throw a different sound out, So I kind of have this, gap between Suburban Nature and this, 6-song EP, to where I can kind of, go back and re-record those songs eventually and do it even bigger, But I kind of just want to get my foot, on that side of the fence and just kind of see how it goes. Because from the time I finished Suburban Nature, I felt like it was like the book is closed. Like, like I felt like I did those songs justice. I felt like, I did everything I could, and I'm really proud of that record, but I'm listening to different things, and I want different things as a musician, and when I go to see live shows, I want to hear different things, and so if I have that expectation when I go see a show, like, I want to be able to do those things. And so, yeah, I think everything I want right now is just different. I feel like I have to do this just for that reason. So I guess on a more of a surface level, pack light always. You never wear as many clothes as you think you will. Try to eat really well, get as much sleep as you possibly can. And I think, those first 2 tours, I'm kind of learning now to, I guess, to let go a little bit. I think, those apprehensions that you have before shows, and especially in different places that are kind of unfamiliar, it can get really, and for me at least, I can get really anxious about those kinds of things and work myself up into this, just ball of frustration, and people sense that, and so I feel like I've, at least a step, tried to let go of some of those apprehensions and just do what I love, do what I originally set out to do, and to play music the best that I can, and just grow as an artist, I think. So I think for me, I've kind of buckled down to, I guess, bare lyrics. I think for me, I guess right now, like, so much power is in a melody, and so much, punch is in a bass line and a really dry snare drum, and when you have like a simple lyric or a line or just an idea of a song, like, so much of the emotion is translated through, a melody or the instrumentation that is involved in that. So I've really been focusing on, for sure, lyrics, because that's so very important to me. That's, prior, before anything else. But I just really want to focus on the outside layers now, and kind of bring that all in together, and it's in my realm now. Like, it's making sense, and it's lyrics and melody and all those things, and it's totally has everything to do with what I've been listening to lately, and yeah. I've talked with this, to a few people. I think there are ways of putting yourself out there and getting what you want to get across, and letting people know that you've had a certain experience or been through a certain something. There are ways of doing that without giving it all away. It's there's I guess a conquer and withdrawal to it all, and I feel like I do that. Maybe I've crossed the line. I don't know. I don't think I'm pushing any envelopes, but yeah, I think it's just a matter of vulnerability, but also, I guess, pulling back when need be. So.